Hey everybody, it's Boba the Vulture, and it's time for more Extreme Warfare Revenge. Let's go ahead and load up save game 3. We did a lot of stuff at the beginning of the month, at the end of the last video. I sort of got myself more or less set, as far as I remember. We had some new staff hires. Wesley Finkel, our new writer, and was it Ed Easter? Is our new? No, I think. Oh yeah, it's Ben Hickman here is our new production guy. So, congratulations, new members of the VCW family. Also bumped up our advertising to 20% and our merchandise up to 80 because we are starting to make some more money now as time goes by. Maybe I should look real quick too and see whether or not there are any other. No, we got enough wrestlers for right now. Feuds. Axel and Little Nate having a feud. Deranged and Dunn having a feud. When is the pay-per-view here? So we just did ID4. This is the anniversary bash we're coming up to, which is the 25th. So, and making sure, yes, we have 18 workers on the roster. Yeah, 32%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And I think actually having done that, I'm going to make a little test of my wireless headset here. Find out what its range is. Have I cut out yet? I don't know. I'm going into not a separate room, but a separate nook. Uh-oh. Sounds like I just got a in-game notification. So must have been an incident. You folks at home already know what this is. I am just coming back down here to find out. Our vast antivirus is outdated. Update to ensure the best protection. I'm not going to do that right now. No, Hazel, you can't have my water. I just poured that for myself. Oh boy, Miss Tennille. Well, we're going to have to suspend Miss Tennille. And we still have all our dudes, so... Alright. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Man, Miss Tennille, really? But everybody's in such a good mood. What is Miss Tennille doing being such a so-and-so? I mean, I gotta say, Miss Tennille, we could hire some other managers. We just did. Although, as we've seen, folks, there is worth in building these managers up because we have seen as charismatic as what is his name, Phil Brown. As charismatic as our new heel manager, whose name I believe was Phil Brown, is. He started out as a nobody, and nobody cared. Even though I tried to have his debut be like evident that he is a guy that is going to be a player in this organization by having him come out with our number one heel, Axel Law. Didn't really do anything. All right. We still have 18 workers, so I'm beginning to think that the daily goings-on of stuff are not really having a big issue. Various ratings for things. CWA felt cult level. Rob Feinstein has quit. And here are some people that are getting released, like Dr. Julian Bashir. These are people that I swear are just like within the past, like, couple months, got their jobs. Dusty Rhodes is taking over control of ECWA, if you will. Kid Romeo left ECWA as part of the new management team shake-up. I'd like to shake him up, baby. Chris Michaels also leaving the organization, if you will. Ray Steele, he's not going to be here no more. Neither will Ace Steele. Race and Ace. The Helpful Hardware folks, even though their last names are not spelled the same way, so they are not actually related. There's Chris Styles with a Z or a Z if you're from Canada. You know, ECWA, it might be Extreme Canadian Wrestling. I don't know. Chance Beckett, he's left as part of the shakeup. So Frank Shamrock, that guy is a very big deal. No Sawa, he's old. But, tell you what, they're all gone, but I'm going high low key. Anthony Duran and Rick Morton, Naked Midian, if you will. Haku, the big man. Tank Abbott, he's going to work for ECWA. That's true. Steve Armstrong, he's going to agree to an open contract with us. And the one-man gang, he wants the referee to count to 5 whenever he pins somebody. Danny Basham, he's going to work for ECCW. I don't care about that. That's not my That's not my firm. All right, so those were the. Oh, my total eclipse show. It was attended by 2,891 people. It is East Coast Wrestling Association. It's taken over by Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes is an old school style promoter, which is why he's got these guys, I guess. Anything else going on here? Yep. We need to increase our production values to 35% as soon as we can. Okay. What are they right now? They are 30. We can raise them by 10%, which will cost us a lot of money month to month. This may turn out to be a huge mistake in terms of our monies, but our public image is going up even without having shows. So that may be part of the issue here. And at 75%, it may be that we will have a new tier of interested sponsors, which will, of course, make me feel dumb for having skidded out a month early to go pick up the 125 grand, which will now be our smallest tier sponsor. Now, let's go into, not teams. Do not have any teams right now. Let's look at the quick roster. Who's currently unavailable? Lil Nate is gone on tour. Striker is injured. And Miss Tennille is suspended. So pretty much Corey Castle, Katsushi Takamura, Sanjay Dutt, and Todd Sexton, those will probably mostly have matches. Lil Nate's not here, so I guess we weren't going to have an interview with him anyway. This may be a time for tweeners to shine, too. Let's go ahead and get Phil Woods out here to talk with Axel Law. Actually, I'm kind of curious. So, let me go back here real quick. Let me look at the roster. Sorry, let me look at the stats. With the amount of pushing that we've gotten Phil Woods in here, okay, he's gone from 5 up to 10. He's still not that over. I have faith in him, though, and I'm going to keep using him in this same capacity. Phil Woods for Axel Law. He's going to target Lil Nate. And that is to keep that feud going, even though Lil Nate's not here. I'll tell you what. This may be a time to have our main event be Gabriel. Not Gabriel. Gabriel's not here anymore. Dunn versus Deranged, even though they have had some matches lately. Match 1 versus 1. Wait, no, let's actually make it a... Oh, the kitty is meowing behind me. Kitty was meowing, and I thought maybe she was hungry. Tables, sixth death, last man standing, bra and panties, I quit. First blood. Maybe they just have a rematch. How's that? And our participants are going to be Deranged and Dunn. There is not a title on the line. The winner will again be Dunn. I'll be done. And it is going to be... It's going to be... Dunn is going to cheat. Yeah, should we have Dunn cheat to win here? Or should we have Phil Woods come in and interfere? Now, I tell you what, we will just have... No, I tell you what I could do. Now, let's quit booking this match. Let's have Dunn on our main event and have Deranged come in and ruin his match. That sounds like a good idea. Dunn can have a nice match against... Dunn can have a good match against anybody. I'll figure that part out later. Who are we going to feed to Axel Law today? Feed me more. Corey Castle and Axel Law had a good match last week, did they not? Oh, I tell you what. Why don't we put Takamura and Dunn into a match together? And you're probably going to tell me because Dunn doesn't have the brawl skill necessary to keep up with a guy like Takamura. And I suppose you'd be right. Put Lazarus in there. Marcos is so unhappy. Todd Sexton still needs some building up, does it? Well, he's 40 over. So Todd Sexton actually would be fine to have in a match against Dunn. Actually, I think those two would have an excellent match. Although, do I want Todd Sexton there? Let's see, who are the guys I want to give matches to see if I can make them feel a little better? Well, Trent Baker's starting to feel less good about life in general. Jason Sugarman. I can kind of understand him being a little bit upset. Corey Castle's not that happy. Well, no, Corey Castle is, yeah, he's on his way up. Who should Jason Sugarman fight here? Let's have Jason Sugarman have a match with Katsushi Takamura. Why not? Why not, right? No, Trent Baker. Trent Baker and Jason Sugarman. They could have a fine enough match. I can't remember now whether I did that last week. If I did, it's okay. They'll just have another match. So let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and put the match here. This will be a match. No, actually, no. Let's have them open up. going to be a match, a one-on-one match, a single match. And it is going to be Trent Baker versus the Sugarman. And there's no title on the line. We are going to give this one to the Sugarman. And it's going to be... It's going to be a clean finish. I prefer to have a clean finish, generally speaking, whenever I can. There's no aftermath to this one. These two are just out there to wrestle. Just out there to do their thing, put on a good match. That'll finish booking the segment. So we're going to open up with what should be a pretty good match. Let's see. We're going to have Dysfunction fight. Dysfunction is a pretty good brawler. Dysfunction. How about putting Dysfunction in a match with Takamura? Or Sanjay Dutt. Trying to find my high flyers that have good, high flying faces that also have good brawl skill. Well, Nate does, but he's indisposed. Wait, why do I care? Deranged has a terrible brawl skill. What am I thinking? Deranged needs somebody that does not have a good brawl skill to fight. It doesn't have to be, but I mean, why waste somebody with a really good brawl skill on him, right? About giving him a match against Todd Sexton. Or did I find out that their styles do not match? No. Deranged versus Todd Sexton would be a good match. Let's go ahead and do that. Match one-on-one singles Deranged versus Todd Sexton. And there is no title on the line. The result will be... I'm going to give this win to Todd Sexton. And he's going to get it via... No, he's going to get it clean. And there's no aftermath to this. It is just for purposes of putting on a good match. There you go. And now then. Who's going to fight Dunn? Oh yeah, and Axel Law's got to fight somebody, so there you go. Axel Law. How about we have Axel Law fight Takamura? Seems like it would be a good match. Single match, Axel Law versus Takamura. These guys have probably gone nose to nose before, but actually no, we had him last week. Let's go ahead and put Sanjay Dutt in there. Actually no, let's... Oh yeah, may as well. And then the winner of this, I'm going to give this one to Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt's going to do it clean. And there is not going to be an aftermath. They are just putting on a good match. Like having nice clean wrestling when I can, you know? So here we go. Now, Dunn versus who? Could be Jarrell Clark, although Jarrell Clark's weak gimmick is hurting his heat. The Reverend hurting heat. Actually, are we debuting anybody this show? We're not. So honestly, what I should have done, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm sorry, guys. Gonna have to undo all that booking because if I'm not introducing a new character, I really should fix one of these guys' gimmicks. Takamura needs a new character. Robert Thompson needs a change of gimmick. Let's go to the roster here. Let's see what Robert Thompson's story is. He's a charismatic tweener. And he doesn't have a gimmick at all, so that doesn't seem fair, does it? Let's see. He is a heavyweight American, so we are going to turn him into a member of the armed forces. The Marine, Robert Thompson. Alright, so there you go. The Marine, Robert Thompson, apparently. Sophie. Nope, I wanted to talk to the writing staff. My apologies. Takamura needs to have his character freshened up too. Right now he is a foreign star. What else could he be? He could be a law enforcer, he could be a loner, he could be a man beast. He's a foreign superstar. He's still a martial artist. How's that? I hope it doesn't turn out that martial arts means that you have to have a brawl skill of like 75 or something like that, because if that's so, well, then I've messed things up, but that's okay. Is there anybody else that needs a change of gimmick? Cheryl Clark still does, but nope, those are the two. All right, let's start over here. My fault, guys. Also, is Robert Thompson even in a match? And if not, why not? Robert Thompson. Wait, yes, folks. Yeah, okay, it was Robert Thompson's last week. It was against Sugarman. Who was I going to have? I think Sugarman was going to fight Trent Baker, wasn't he? He was. So there you go. Singles, this is going to be Trent Baker versus Jason Sugarman. There's no title on the line. The victory is going to go to Sugarman. Clean finish. And there's not going to be an aftermath. They're just putting on a good match. Now then. I do need to start off with our interview. Single worker with manager. This is going to be Phil Woods and Axel Law. They're going to be talking about Little Nate, who is not here, of course, because he's always off touring in Japan. Let's continue their feud. And my goodness. Corey Castle, was he going to be the one to fight Dunn? Maybe. Corey Castle will be a good opponent for Dunn. Let's go ahead and have a match. 1 versus 1, single match. It's going to be Dunn versus Corey Castle. There's no title on the line. The victory will go to Corey Castle. The run-in is going to be by Deranged. And it is going to be Corey Castle by DQ. And then the aftermath is going to be that Dunn attack on both competitors. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh no, this is a DQ, not an interference victory. I see. That's why the issue was not allowed. Corey Castle by interference. And the aftermath is going to be that Deranged will continue his assault. And the purpose is to continue the feud those two have going. Now then. Deranged doesn't have an amazing skill there either. Let's see. How about Deranged having a match with Todd Sexton? I think I switched those two around, but that's okay. Match 1-on-1. Singles match. This is going to be Deranged against Todd Sexton. There's no title on the line. I'm going to give this to Todd Sexton. Todd Sexton's going to win clean. And, right, there is no other thing happening here. The purpose is to put on a good match. Okay. And let's have Axel Law come out here and wrestle Katsushi Takamura. Axel Law versus Takamura. There's no title on the line. This is going to be a win for Takamura. And it's going to be a clean win for Takamura. And there's not going to be an aftermath. That's just going to be a good match for them to have. Now then, let's have an interview here with, here's where we can have our interview, single worker with manager. No, this is where we'll have our single worker interview with Dunn. It is Dunn. He's going to be talking about Deranged. And that is going to be for continuing their feud. Give people a break in terms of interviews in between having ones involving Phil Woods. So now we're going to have an interview here. Single worker with manager. It is going to be Phil Woods with Deranged. And they're going to be talking about Dunn. That is going to be to continue the feud. It's right after, oh yeah, it's right before he's about to have the match. But that's okay. Now then, Jason Sugarman to start us off, or Trent Baker. They're both charismatic guys. Oh, never mind. Trent Baker's not a charismatic guy at all. I'm mistaken. Jason Sugarman's a charismatic guy, though. Corey Castle can't string together two sentences either, can he? He's not bad. Let's go ahead and give Corey Castle a chance on the mic. So let's exit here. Yeah, let's do this to hype up the match. Interview single worker. Jason Sugarman. He will be talking about Trent Baker. to hype the upcoming match they're going to have. There we go. And then we'll have an interview here with Corey Castle all on his own. He's going to be talking about Dunn, and that is going to be to hype the match they are about to have. Yeah, so Corey Castle, honestly, he has a better charisma rating than Dunn does. Let's go ahead and start this show and see what happens. Jason Sugarman gained overness from the gold interview. He had a better rating than Phil Woods here, talking up Axel Law, which I guess all boils down to him not being well known yet. Trent Baker versus Jason Sugarman had a 69% match. The crowd didn't care. Dunn gained overness from talking. That was a 58% overall segment. Katsushi Takamura and Axel Law had their match. They had a 73% match quality. It was a poor crowd reaction for an overall rating of 59. And Katsushi Takamura debuted his new gimmick, and it got a positive response. So good. Katsushi Takamura is the new Steve Blackman, Lethal Weapon. Phil Woods and Deranged both gained overness from the discussion they had right there. Deranged versus Todd Sexton. 76% match. Again, though, the crowd did not really have that much of an investment in it. An overall rating of 58. Corey Castle gained overness from having an interview in which he talked about Dunn. It was a 52% overall rating, though, because he's not very charismatic and he's not involved in a feud. So I might have been better overall just not having a segment there. Dunn versus Corey Castle turned out to not be that great a match. It's a 64% match quality with a 46% crowd reaction for a 55% rating. It's a 55% show. Not the worst thing that we've done, but that is that worse than last month or slightly better? Okay, it is slightly better. We're up a percentage point. And our public image is up to 77, so that's nice. Nice. So, Anniversary Bash was attended by 270 people, or 207 people, I should say. Let's not brag. And there you go. What was I about to say there? Yeah, nobody complained about their matchup or their position on the roster or anything like that. So, land sakes, it's an amazing time to be the booker for Vulture Championship Wrestling. This will probably be everybody's final shows for the month. Grace Rocket has agreed to an open contract with somebody. You better call somebody. Boo-doo-doo. Alright, so how much did our new production values cut into our profits? Ooh, everybody has a birthday in August, apparently. Robert Thompson, Sanjay Dutt, Dysfunction, Marcos, and Takamura. Let's see. Thanks for the promo tapes. We don't feel our shows benefit our network. Pride have announced the competitor belonging for this next year's, Mr. Neal is back from suspension. Guido Christmas has retired from NWA TNA. Staff member Tommy Irvine is retired. Bret Hart will retire from NWAW. Beautiful Bobby Eaton has entered beautiful retirement. ROH Sunday has been promoted to late night. Todd Sexton, Jarrell Clark, Trent Baker, Jason Sugarman, Axel Law, Dunn, Corey Castle all want more money. John House has left the staff of NEPW. Pat's Postal Services have ended their sponsorship deal with ECWA. Sci-Fi Store. Okay, so these are various. We made $7,500 off of merchandise this month. And let's talk to the owner. We gained in public image. We are a financially solid company. We lost money. Overall, we're doing quite well. Are we really, though? Let's look at those finances. How much did we lose? $8,860. Merchandise costs were 8 grand. Merchandise sales were 75 grand. So, we only lost 5 grand in merchandise costs, but that is almost everything that we got here. We actually managed to come perilously close to profit, even with our new, far more aggressive advertising structure and our increased production values. So that's not bad, right, guys? Now let's see, moving up to 75%, do we have more lucrative sponsors lining up? No, we do not. So I guess we're all right, having done things the way that we've done them. And let's take a look at these feuds here. Axel Lovers' Little Nate has less heat on it than Deranged and Dunn. Oh, I guess what, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, that makes a little sense. Keep developing this feud, it's getting interesting. These feuds are getting interesting. Okay. So, that's pretty much all there is to this particular episode of Let's Play Extreme Warfare Revenge. When we come back next time, folks, what's going on? Probably... Oh yeah, what did they say? Pride just announced who it is that they want on there. I think it was Pride. El Bajito is working with Pro Wrestling Noah, but I guess I don't really care anymore because he does not work for us. We're getting really close to being a regional federation, though, folks. And when that happens, things are going to get torn wide open. So look forward to that, I guess. But until then, though, this is Bobo the Vulture. This has been Let's Play Extreme Warfare Revenge. I want to thank you guys all very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you all next time. Bye for now.